Good day, everyone. My name is Sebastian. I'm a cybersecurity and a network engineer from Nigeria. Today, I would love to share something with you that most people already know. It's a popular SIEM tool that is used by so many security engineers and corporations out there. Now, the wonderful thing about this SIEM tool is that it is open source, free to implement on premises, easy to manage, and easy to use. The SIEM tool we'll be talking about, I know you are itching to hear about it, but let me give you a brief of what this video is about. This video is about me explaining my distributed implementation of the Wazuh SIEM tool. I'm going to be sharing with you a design of an architecture of a distributed implementation of the Wazuh SIEM tool. Yes, you already know the name of the SIEM tool is Wazuh. Now, seeing that I've already explained to you what SIEM tool we are going to be talking about, most of you already know what the Wazuh SIEM tool does, but I know you'll be curious to know how is Sebastian going to implement a distributed setup in multiple sites. Um, we'll get straight into that, but before then, for those who don't know about the Wazuh SIEM tool, I'm going to talk about it briefly and then go into the order of the day. Now, the Wazuh SIEM tool is an open source SIEM tool that helps to monitor security information events, as well as manage them with EDRO and automated responses to remediate and ensure that our remote devices, on-prem devices, are well secured, and if they have been infiltrated, can be quickly sandboxed, that is cut out of the network. Talking about Wazuh proper, Wazuh has four major components. Wazuh as a SIEM tool has four major components. So I want to share those four major components with you before we talk about my distributed implementation. The first component Wazuh has is an indexer. This is a highly scalable analytics engine. What it does is it receives all the data and stores them, and this data that it stores are being generated by the Wazuh server. Now, the Wazuh server is a good big guy, the guy that's that's everything is built around. So yeah, pardon the informality. So the Wazuh server analyzes data that it receives from the agents, and it processes it through rules that your security engineer, or you, if you're a security engineer, who then set, and it makes use of threat intelligence being provided by Wazuh to look at well-known indicators and compromises to be able to say this is a red flag, this is something we should be wary of, this is something we should react on. So typically a single instance of a Wazuh server following their required following their system requirement, would be able to manage thousands of agents. As you can use thousands of agents on just one standalone Wazuh server. And if you do your setup in a distributed manner, your Wazuh server can be scalable horizontally. That is to say, you can add as many Wazuh server as you want. Another component of the Wazuh SIEM tool is the Wazuh dashboard. Now, the Wazuh dashboard is like a visualizer. All the data that has been ingested by the Wazuh indexer and the rules and the analysis that is being performed by the Wazuh server is then visualized on the Wazuh dashboard. And the Wazuh dashboard, one thing about the Wazuh dashboard that is so great about it, that it has this out of the box feature. Now, once you are done with the setup, by default, unlike most SIEM tools, you don't need to start setting up your dashboard. Yes, you can customize your Wazuh dashboard, but it has a default dashboard already that would enable you check things like the security events and regulatory compliance for those in the fintech industry, for things like PCI DSS, GDPR, and for those in the health sector for things like HIPAA. The Wazuh dashboard enables you to configure triggers that will detect vulnerable applications, as well as be able to monitor file integrity. Now we have talked about the Wazuh dashboard. That leaves us at three components. Now the other component of the Wazuh SIEM tool, and the fourth component, is the Wazuh agent. Now the Wazuh agent is the man who does the running around. In the sense, this is the guy who does the fetching of the data. So the Wazuh agent is being installed on endpoints like servers, laptops, your remote developers, the CEO laptop, the guy who normally goes for sales that doesn't come to the office regularly. So you can install this Wazuh agent on their systems. Now, the question most people would ask is, what of a situation where I have a Cisco router, a FortiGate device, and it doesn't have the functionality of being able to install the Wazuh agent? Yes, so you can also send data from those devices to the Wazuh API. The Wazuh server has a feature that's called the Wazuh API, where you can send data from agentless device. What do I mean in essence? I mean you don't need to install the agents on these Cisco or FortiGate devices. Through the SSH, using SSH, you can send this data to the Wazuh API, and the data will be stored collected by the Wazuh server, stored by the Wazuh indexer, and visualized on the Wazuh dashboard. Now, before I talk about the use cases of the Wazuh SIEM tool, I would just want to recap. The Wazuh indexer is for storage. The Wazuh server is for management and computing. The Wazuh dashboard is for visualization. And the Wazuh agent is for monitoring and passing logs. Now, with this straight to point illustration, I hope you now remember what Wazuh SIEM, the components of Wazuh SIEMs are. Now, moving into the use cases, like most SIEM tools, the Wazuh SIEM tool does practically everything every other SIEM tool does. But I would like to speak about a few. Considering that this is a free solution, most of the things the Wazuh SIEM tool does, you would have to pay for it. But with this SIEM tool that is free to use in your own premises, though they have um, a a cloud version, you can pay for the Wazuh subscription where you have their cloud version, and they'll give you a cloud trial also. You can try the Wazuh SIEM tool for free, and then if you like what you see, then you can pay for it, and they will manage the infrastructure for you. All you have to do is monitor. Yeah, you can as well do this on your AWS cloud environment and Azure cloud. They have their own cloud native solution on AWS and Azure. But moving on into the use cases, one of the popular things of the Wazuh does I would like to talk about is the file integrity monitoring. Most times you have files stored in your servers and you don't even know when they are being tampered with. The Wazuh helps you solve that. Active responses, the Wazuh XDRO that is being installed on the remote nodes and devices. The active response enables the device to be easily cut off the network or isolated in a situation where there happens to be a malware or malicious activity that has been detected. The Wazuh SIEM tool also enables you to monitor your container in the sense of providing container security, performing regulatory compliance for those people who work in the fintech and health sector. Now, anywhere you find this video, I'll be leaving a link to the design I will be sharing later on. So be patient with me and let's progress. Wazuh also performs rootkit detection. This is for malicious activities that are being performed at kernel levels. So there are a lot of things that Wazuh SIEM tool does. I would want you to visit their website at wazuh.com. Visit the Wazuh website and look at their documentation, and you'll see for yourself that it is too good to be free.